On May 26th, 2024, for the Riders Get Money Bingo. And your chance to take home a whopping $2,000. Don't miss this opportunity to hit it big. Tickets are on sale now at rideby.com. Single ticket, $10. Or increase your chances with 3 tickets for only $20. Hurry, tickets are selling fast. Visit rideby.com to secure yours today. Feel the excitement and win big at the Riders Get Money Bingo. Get your tickets now at rideby.com. Your $2,000 moment is waiting.
Morning, neighbor. I want to say a special morning to everyone. Thank you for joining us again for another edition of the Wake Up Club. Now, it's a terrific Tuesday, and normally on a Monday, when someone asks me how was my weekend, my answer is always, it's never long enough. And it's Tuesday. I would have gotten an extra day of rest, but I could do it another. The good thing about it is that we have next week, Thursday, to look forward to. But I want to say a special good morning and shout out to everybody who's been tuned in to the Wake Up Club. I appreciate you. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your constructive criticism. I know I ruffled some feathers last Friday, but I consider Friday Bacchanal Friday. And this Friday going to be another Bacchanal Friday. Now, it's not about throwing people under the bus, and it's not about vexing people. It's about talking about the issues and the issues that irk me. Like, we have a segment called What Irks Kirk? Sometimes Friday might be just what irks me the entire program. Now listen, I have to apologize to those of you that I offended, not based on what I said, but the fact that you're so sensitive that somebody can't tell you something that you're getting into your feelings about. Now, folks, life is about living, life is about learning, life is about walking. When you're walking, the motion is like you're always picking yourself up. Every day you need to strive to be a better version of yourself. And often, when people give you constructive criticism, take a moment and reflect and see if it is really valid and it's something that you need to work on. You can only be a better person for it. Now, I know some of you all wake up this morning and you're thinking, damn, I had to go to that job this morning, boy, because you either hate your job, you hate the boss, or you wake up this morning and you wake up and you watch the partner next to you and you know that relationship you're in is a relationship you should be out of. I'm just saying, I identify, I understand. You can always do better. Now listen, when one door closes, it's not that you fail, If the relationship ain't working out and it's bad and you leave, it's not that you fail, I know a lot of people look at those things as failure. You can't take on the job, so you leave the job to get a next one. You ain't fail, That is God telling you that I have something better for you, or I have somebody better for you. In life we have to learn. Okay, I know we like to run we mouth on people because, oh my God, he was with this one and she was with this one and she was with that one and she was with that one. I don't look at life that way. If I with a partner and the partner snoring and I don't like snoring, the next partner I'm looking for must not be somebody that snores. But if the next partner I find dribbling and I don't like dribbling, the next partner I find mustn't snore and mustn't dribble. But I know we live in a judgmental society, I just say. Now, I woke up this morning and I had to talk to you all about prayer. Now, I ain't no religious person, but I always try to hope that I have a teachable heart. Last night when I went to bed, I was a little ashamed. I was so ashamed when I started to say my prayer because I've been so tired lately that I had to say, shoot, boy. Well, the one person I can't hide the truth from is Papa God. I haven't prayed in a long time, and I was there feeling guilty because I can't hide the truth from him. But I realize and I know that Papa God is a forgiving God. So I had to go down on my knees and apologize, because let me tell you something, he's been good to me. Everything that I have ever asked Papa God for genuinely, he has provided. Opportunity, finances, food on my table, love in my life, answers to my prayers, he's provided. So don't be ashamed about your relationship with God. And if it ain't on the right track, try to fix it, okay? Folks, we'll be right back with what irks Kirk.
Riders Excursion and Tours weekly e-bike rides. Gather your family and friends for an unforgettable ride through stunning landscapes. Book your adventure today at ridersabike.com or call 473-422-1011. Don't miss out. Let's ride.
Welcome back. We're into what irks Kirk. And I know what irks me this morning is something that a lot of you are irked by. Now, this weekend, I ended up in the hospital because a friend of mine fell ill. So I rushed up to meet them at the hospital. Now, number one, the first thing that irked me is that as far as I know, I remember where casualty used to be. So that's exactly where I was headed. Now there's a new casualty, but there's no sign. There's no sign at all. And when I addressed the nurse on it, you know what she said to me? If I don't watch the news. So apparently I'm supposed to know where casualty is only because I watch the news. There's no sign that says emergency or casualty at the new location, no sign at all. And as they say, a business without a sign is a sign of no business. But what galled me and irked me is the nurse's response that I should know where the new casualty has been moved to based on watching the news. Now tell me, that make any sense? I'm sure a lot of you listening to this right now, if you had to go to the hospital, based on your past experience, you would go to the old area that you thought was casualty. Now, we don't always get it right. Ministry of Health, hospital officials, signage is important, especially in emergency. It needs to be big, loud, and clear. It's as simple as that. I'm sure if you call somebody, they could donate a sign. It is important. But let me tell you what really irks me. A young lady came up to the hospital with a person in the back of a car, a cancer patient. She had called the hospital at 8:30 in the morning for an ambulance. No ambulance showed up. She called back during the day and no ambulance came. She called back at 5:30, no ambulance came. So she put the patient in her car, who can't walk properly, and brought him up to the hospital. Now, when she got there, well, I was sitting outside, so I noticed everything. When she got there, she asked for help. Oh, we don't have no orderly to take the patient out of the car. The orderly went on a rounds. No mechanism of contacting the orderly. We have no idea how seriously ill this patient is, but no mechanism of contacting the orderly. Then a lady steps out the front door, has on scrubs, well, a scrub-like looking uniform, looks at the lady and says, "Hello, ma'am, you have a patient?" And the lady says, "Yes." And then the woman turns her face the other direction. Now, I assumed it was a nurse. The lady assumed it was a nurse, but it happened to be the cleaner. leaning up on the front entrance lineman, looking like somebody that's working there in the medical profession. No nurse, nobody to attend to the lady. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, I have to say, because the security officers at the General Hospital, they seem to be doing more than security. They're pushing people in wheelchair, they're offloading people out of vehicles, and they're doing a lot. Now, they're not necessarily trained for that. So the young lady asks for a wheelchair. The security guard say, "Ma'am, it's better we bring a gurney." The lady said, no, she wants a wheelchair. Bacchanal arrives. The security guard decides that the woman rude and he's not helping anymore. No orderly. The security was helping before getting his feelings and he decided not helping. So bacchanal going on between the lady and the security, and guess what? The patient still sit down in the back of the car. Imagine that. The patient still sit down, no treatment, no orderly to take them out of the car, and the security and the woman argue. The patient still in the car. So the person who need the help still in the car, both people in their feelings, and listen, I understand feelings. The lady probably frustrated. She come up to the hospital. She calling for ambulance, whole day, no ambulance ain't coming to get her. So she came up there with anxiety and probably getting there with this patient in the back of a car, not knowing if she could treat this patient. If the man go pass out in the back of the car, I could understand the frustration. I could also understand the frustration of the security guard, because really and truly, that's not his job. He offered help, and the woman didn't accept his help. In her frustration, she said, no, she wants a wheelchair for the man, and the bacchanal starts. We get in our feelings too easy. Now, working in the medical field has to be something very difficult, because you're dealing with all kind of people coming up to the hospital. Some of them with guilt, some of them who abandon their parents, or probably not looking after their parents, and their parents fall ill, or a brother or sister. So people coming up to the hospital with all sorts of emotions. Let me tell you something, it doesn't give them the right to abuse you as a member of staff. It doesn't give you the right. But you must remember what your call of duty is. And you have to remember that not everything people call you means that you are. So somebody call you a jackass, that means you're a jackass. Somebody call you a fool, does that mean that you're a fool? No, it does not. You must know who you are. And we mustn't be so sensitive, or it get worse. Another security come and tell you, you can't park here, you can't stop your car here. This is only for the ambulance. Well, the lady turn around and tell him, right now, this car is the ambulance. Because I'm calling for the ambulance since morning, midday, and in the evening, and up down the ambulance ain't show up. So I brought the patient up here. So this right now is the ambulance. Bacchanal again. Listen, I know the hospital ain't the best of hospitals, but it's what we have. We have to appreciate what we have. I know I hear all the stories. I know personally people who have been misdiagnosed at the General Hospital, but it's what we have. And I know a lot of people who get excellent service at the General Hospital. I just want to encourage you all this morning. You see this sensitivity? You see getting in our feelings unnecessarily because of somebody else's bad behavior? We have to work on that. Because at the end of the day, the security, both of them vex, the lady vex, and the man who's sick and in need, the cancer patient, still sit down in the back of the car. He probably stay in the back of the car for 15 minutes before he even get some help. We mustn't lose sight of what we are called to do and a call of duty. And I know like a lot of you like to say, well, that is not my business, he is he. Listen, your first job description ever given to you was to love each other. to love each other. Papa God say your first ever job description as a human being was to love each other. We need to love each other. Then we will be more tolerant, we will be more respectful, and we'll be more understanding of each other. Remember, your first job description ever given to you was to love each other. He said so, just like he loves us. And if we love each other, we would show more kindness, more tolerance, love, and respect for each other. And this new thing, all your young people, and I can't say young people because parents doing it too, they fall in the cycle. Everything is a disrespect. Let me tell you something. You know how much names people call me? That doesn't define me. That defines you. Folks, this was what irks Kirk. We'll be right back, and I'm going to be chatting with one of my favorite artists, Mandela Links. See you soon.
Riders Excursion and Tours weekly e-bike rides. Gather your family and friends for an unforgettable ride through stunning landscapes. Book your adventure today at ridersabike.com or call 473-422-1011. Don't miss out. Let's ride.
Keep quiet.
Good morning and welcome back. We've got one of my favorite artists, and let me tell you why he's my favorite artist, or one of my favorite artists. The man has a good heart, and when people are good, it goes a long way. I respect him as a father, I respect him as a brother, and I respect him as a human person because I've seen him not only on the stage but off the stage, generating and being kind to people. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mandela Links. Mandela, morning.
Morning, my brother. Morning.
I know I wake you up early, but I don't think I wake you up because I know you are a man that does do a lot of work in the garden. So I saw you always up.
Always up. No matter what time in the night, no matter what time in the day, I'm up. Always moving.
Up and ready to go. Now
Yes.
listen, I ain't gonna do the who is Mandela, the artist, because I think we all know who Mandela, the artist, is. My first question to you is, who is Mandela, the man, the father, the brother, the uncle, the friend? Who is Mandela off the stage?
Well, basically, Mandela off the stage is a humble servant, not only of myself, but of the Almighty God and the people. You know, doesn't matter what color, doesn't matter your age, none of that matters to me. What matters to me is we are human, and the only thing that separates us is life and death. So we are all even across the board, you know. So the main part of my heart, the part of my heart, there is a part of me that doesn't see myself bigger than anybody else, you know. So I'm one of the most genuine person. You have to get to know me, but I'm straight up, you know. So Mandela off everything is a very straight up person, very humble person. If you get to know me, you know, very loving and kind person, you know. I love to associate with people, especially people over the age of 50, because
Tell me why. Why people over the age of 50?
Because they are the ones that have me, made me the person that I am today. You know, I remember once when I used to smoke. You know, there was this old guy. He was 80 something years. I walking on the gap one day and I was smoking, and he was saying, "Hey, where is your chimney?" I saying, "What, Papa?" He said, "Where is your chimney, Mandela? Where your chimney?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "If God wanted you to smoke, he would have given you a chimney." So that means smoking is not for humans. I say, "Okay, Papa." I stop smoke. You understand? So they are the ones that nurture me, you know. that educate me, because sometimes you think you know it all until you don't know it all, until you end up in a situation where you might not even be able to take it. Too much of stress, you know. You may think like, you know what? Oh gosh, I can't take it. Let me commit suicide. You know, I don't have a dollar. Instead, I try to create something else. Let me go rob somebody. You know, you check. But these are the people now that will tell you things that could encourage you, that could motivate you, that could propel you, so that you can be a better individual. So that's why I hang on to them as much as I can. You know, I love to be around them. They bring a joy to my heart. They bring tears to my eyes, and they bring peace to my spirit.
What I notice about you whenever I see you off the stage is you are a family man. And I look at how your children gravitate towards you. Tell me about that fatherhood, that father experience, that family, that
Well,
bond that you have.
yeah. Well, actually, I'm so hooked on my kids now that I can't do nothing without my family. And that only came about because I grew up without a father.
Oh,
So my father
oh,
used to
that's
sing calypso. His name is Tisha Hosey. He used to
okay.
sing calypso in the time of that Jamo and Angel Dust and them earlier times. Right? Good writer, but he never took care of me. But I didn't hate him because I don't know what he and my mother have.
Okay.
Or my mother and he have. So I love if you see me and my father move now, you solely think that, hey, he take care of Mandela. Because I don't hold, as a person, I don't hold nothing against people. They tell you how it is today. Tomorrow we're supposed to move good, because it's only somebody who care about you that will tell you how you go straight up. You understand? So because of that, now I didn't have a father. I remember seeing my father when I was 5 years old, and when I was 24 years after 24 years after 5 years, right? When I was 24 years, I saw my dad again. And I remember my dad gave me $5. And then I saw my grandma when my grandma was 84 years. And when I went to my grandmother gave me $5. I said, nah, I don't want the money. She said, take it. She watched me. She said, man, Louis, you know. She said, man, Louis, you my grandson. And she started to cry and she hugged me. That was one of the first time I see my grandmother. I only see her twice and then she died. You know, God bless. So that made me grow up in a way, you know, that I made a oath to myself. I say anybody that I pick up that is serious about life, serious about settling down, hmm, right? I mean, I tried to settle down with other people, but it didn't work. You know, thank God that I met this blessed lady, you know, that stood by my
Okay.
side when I wasn't Mandela Links. She was there when when we pick up when I had to travel. She would have get up in the morning, take care of the kids. She don't go to parties. She don't like parties. After the party, she don't want to party. She don't want to go. All she want to do, she have two friends and two of them is over 50. So I guess, and my wife is just 33 years old. So two
Okay.
of us is you know. So then we learn to like bond, have a bond, you know, with each other. Understand that no one is perfect, but no matter what, we gotta keep paddling the canoe. And that support actually make me more strong as a father, right? It draw me closer into my kids. So when I get up in the morning, you know, I want to see my kids. I want to see them smile. If they cry, I cry. You know, if they're sad, I sad, and I do everything in my power to make them happy. Cause they propel me, you know. You know, when I in the studio and I recorded my music, my kids say, "Daddy, I like that. Daddy, I don't like that." You know, they tell me, and from the time I hear my kids start singing that song, I say, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." Well, you know, that's it. So they now show me this love that I never had from my father. Right? My kids show me that, because remember, I will get old someday. And if they're so young and can show me that love, if I see me backward to me, all of them will come, Daddy, let me rub it back for you. You understand? You know, they want to make sure they take care of the father. And I do the same for them. You know what I mean? It's not their responsibility to take care of me. I brought them into this world. But I show them love. And the only thing that I will get back is love. You understand? And I've learned that without love, there is nothing, no life. Because the flesh will be moving on the earth, but it's like dead in spirit. Love is the most important thing. So I nurture my kids with love. We don't cause elderly. They say good morning, say good afternoon. We pray before we leave. We pray when we reach up in the school. We pray in the night. So we keep on time we leave, we go drive and we go somewhere and just sit down, hold hands together as a family, we pray. We fish together. When hunting season open, we hunt together. We go hold crabs together, even the little baby. We hold crabs together. We do every single thing together. When I have to perform in Grenada, my wife and my kids is in the van outside waiting. When I'm finished, I go to meet them and we go home. I don't go and sit down on the side of the road and drinking rum and all those kind of stuff and them thing, you know. I don't do them stuff because I have kids and I don't want to encourage them to go down the wrong road. I ain't saying they can have a friend, they cannot have a drink. But I am not encouraging them to take all my time and power and go sit down on a block, on a roadside. You understand? When that time could have been valuable to me and to them. And when I could take $400-500 every week or every 2 weeks, going and spend with friends to drink and to do whatsoever things that doesn't improve my life, and I could take that money and give to them or to give to somebody else who need it. You check? Then it doesn't make sense. So I try to put values into my kids. You're on this earth and there is a reason for being here.
Well, you see, parenting is so important, and I think most of the problems that we're facing right now in Grenada, even the gun violence, a lot of the issues that we're facing is because we've stopped being parents.
Exactly.
Because
True.
a parent, a proper parent who loves their child and sees their child driving a bad car, having all the bad clothes, having all sorts of stuff and not working anywhere, will ask themselves a question.
True.
Okay? A parent will motivate and encourage and help build a youth.
Yes.
But the problem that we have is somehow parenting has gone astray. So, I want to commend you and encourage you, because let me tell you something. Parenting and proper parenting has me where I am today. Okay?
I could tell.
Because I learned very early in life respect for people. You respect your elders regardless what.
True.
I learned love, I learned tolerance, and I learned the importance of sharing. But a lot of these principles have gone out the door. So first of all, man, hats off to you, because let me tell you something, you might be breathing, as they say, the last of the Mohicans, based on what I'm seeing happening in the world today.
Whoa.
Now we're talking family, and I have to ask you this because it's something that when I think about it, because I've been in the culture industry for many years, once served as CEO for Spice Mass. The soca and calypso artists, most of their revenue is seasonal. Okay? It's seasonal. So you're hoping that you have a really good year that year. So you could get the bookings for the different fests and so forth. And if you get those bookings, then you might be able to get some bookings out of Grenada. How do you survive out of the season?
Well, trust me, for a long while I've been music, right? Been focusing on music, been using the music. Well, that's what I take care of my kids from, right? From small to now. My big daughter is 12 years, taking 13, right? So all this time it's just music. I used to work on with fishing and a trawler, right? At this present time I have a boat that I do go fishing now and then. But the young men these days, they take my boat, they go on without my consent, they damage my boat, so I had to fix it back for myself. I've been through so much of things here, but I didn't lose my cool. So at this point in time now, it's just the music that I'm living off, right? Music for now, because I cannot what I normally go fish and stuff. Because I like that. It give me advice. Boys, a man is a hustler same way still. If I get a if I get a work, no, I doing that because money don't make nothing. Money don't make nothing. I have my kids to take care of. You check. If I get a house, somebody say, "Oh, Mandela, I wanted to put on some tiles," because my profession is carpentry.
Okay.
Besides fishing, I used to work on trawler and stuff, and I used to keep a boat for them divers in Cali's, down by School of Medicine, right? But besides that, it's carpentry. So I'm a good carpenter. If you see the mall in town, I used to work at a company, Grenada Roofing. The last piece of mall they added on, me that did the roof. The torch down felt. I could do felt and thing too, you know? Yeah, so, I mean, that's my work. I could do plumbing. So I do everything in my house. Plumbing, I do electrical for myself. I put on my tiles. I build my house. I do everything. My wife just say, "Wow, you're good." Everything. And I don't turn down people too. You check? If you can afford to pay, I will help. You know what I mean? But besides the music, is fishing is my thing. I love fishing. But I'm just done for a while because of those young guys up here. told me about numerous occasions, and I try to speak to them about it. Well, they feel they bigger and because you're cool and nice. Oh, I just leave them. They don't damage it already. I'll fix it back for myself and just play cool.
Now listen, are we talking about all of this? Now I remember, I think it was last year or the year before, I know that you guys were trying to form an association.
Yeah.
What is your hope for the, and I know it's a loaded question, okay? What is your hope, vision? What would you like to see happen to the soca calypso music in Grenada? Now, I know we taking the world by storm,
Yeah.
because I think a lot of people don't understand that we can't pay you guys for what it is you do for us from a marketing point of view outside of Grenada. And I can't even say outside because you guys are on social media, you're on YouTube, so you are out there to the world. So you guys are really and truly our marketers of the greatest product in the Caribbean, Spice Mask, and you don't get paid for it. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
What is your vision? What is your hope for the music industry in Grenada?
First of all, I must start by unity. As artists, we have to unite because we say we're standing up for something or we're doing something, and then everybody just back out because they want the opportunity that you have or you had. So they feel, hey, you know what, I get that time to capitalize, so let me take that now. So we have to stop think about that ourselves, stop being selfish. Unity is strength. Come together as artists. We support each other, right? We create different avenues whereby not only we help ourselves, but we try to associate ourselves in groups that we could educate the kids. You understand? Not just they say Mandela, look, Mandela going to the school, Mandela going to the school. No, we're supposed to do it together. All artists come together, unite, go to the schools, go to hit the blocks, hit the roadside, hit the youth men on the street. Let them know the true value of life. Come together. And then they will take our music much more further than it is. Because yeah, Grenada Soca is big worldwide, but when you go in the international fets, it's few songs from Grenada you hear. And I could count on my finger. You will hear Talpri, Skinny Bantan, Mandela Links, Loose Cannon, the guys who sing Sheldon, Vaughn, Natty and Thunder, Mr. Killer. You know, it's about 10 artists you hear in Outer Grenada on a rotation in big fits. When you look at sports like cricket and stuff, few artists you hear. I looking at cricket in what do you call the place there? Oh gosh, where Andrew Fletcher was playing. Sri Lanka, one of them countries though. And when Andrew Fletcher talking all this, when I dead, put jab on me tombstone. You understand? When I look at my my Spotify, right? Places like Sri Lanka, Africa, and India. This is where I get me most views for the year gone. So what I'm trying to say is, in order for our music to get out there more as artists, right? What I want to see is us unite, right? And then be more helpful to the youth. And don't try to take credibility for what you've done. You only do whatever you do because of God. You understand? God installed the strength in you to do that. So we have to come together. We have to unite. We have to stand up for something because we keep going down the same road each and every year. And like people, and we are not seeing it as artists. I say we because all of us in it together. You understand? Even though I have the frame of mind, I want to see things go different, right? And they don't want to see it go different. It still affects all of us.
But let me ask you the question. What do you think is the cause for the unity not being there?
Well, because for the unity is not being there is because artists themselves, some are afraid to stand up, as well as some have been waiting for opportunities where they can showcase themselves. So when one artist who is known decide to stand up, right, and then who not known much, or even didn't get certain opportunities, you will say, you know what, let me capitalize on him. He want to play back and out, lay back out. I go get the opportunity not to go in Soca Monarch. I go get the opportunity to touch the groovy stage that people go get to know me. You check. But how long would that happen? What if things work out, for example, with Boise? Things work out with the money and he come back now. Where you go be now? They go say, nah, yeah, blind last year already.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I mean, I know how it is. Fans, it not to be the people in who is in there, but fans, they are who they are. You cannot tell them you could do what you want. You can't tell them do support that person. You understand? That's one. Number two, I think we have to stop competition. I don't support competition. I've been in competition before, but I mean, to me, I never really make note of that competition. I sing in Grenada, I'll end up with debts. I go to Trinidad over 100 and something thousand. I spend when I come back, I have to find money to pay people still. So have made nothing. You check in competition. It was one of the hardest time for me. I've been to competition in Trinidad. I never said that before, but I'm gonna tell you now.
Uh-huh.
In 2019, when I went to Trinidad and sing, the day I had to sing in Trinidad, the night, right, before I perform, people came to me, taking, start choking me up backstage. Tell me they go kill me. And I ain't winning nothing here tonight. I never said that nowhere, and I tell you no on the show. Right? I've been to that phase there in Trinidad. They took all my flag poles away. They took all those stuff away. And I had a jab flag, all them stuff. I had to go on stage brave, like nothing never happened to me backstage. I've been to that
Shoot.
in Trinidad. And nobody know that until today. I've been to that. My family know that. I've been to that. My life was at risk in Trinidad and Tobago in 2019 when I think Tombstone.
Is it because they saw you as a threat?
Yeah, it is because they saw me at that trade. They took all me, I had a jab flag I had. They took all of that. I had a nice big Grenada flag. Spent about $10,000 for the flag because it's the original flag. I've been through so much I think of there and I still come back brave. Like and I want to perform for my country. I represent my country. Because you could kill the body, but you cannot kill culture. You could kill the man, but you cannot kill culture. So no matter what they did, nothing could have take up the part of me here. Mandela, you're representing Grenada, Kirk, one Pity Matnik. You're representing the artists who have fought so hard for this culture. You're representing the artists who have tried so hard and never get the time to highlight the talent on the international market. You know, you're representing the people. You're representing music as on a whole, you know, not only for Grenada, but it's for the whole world. Because remember, we are the voice for the people that cannot speak for themselves. You understand as that is. So I think competition is a no-no for me. And this is what keeping back our soca music. Our soca is not a genre as yet. Because of competition. It's
Okay.
competition. You don't see JC going on stage and warring with 50 Cent or clashing with 50 Cent and clashing with that one. You don't see that. Everybody is about pushing the hip hop music, pushing the rap music, making money, helping people. You know, that is what we have to start to do in soca music. Look at they have taught us so much to keep each other down and fight so much against each other that we are fighting against each other and not even realizing that we are fighting against each other. A simple thing as competition, they put for us. And everybody, yeah, want to compete every year. And even the minds of our people come with the competition and the competition from music, go into competition with politics. I better than that one, down. Go into competition with lifestyle. My life is better than him. You know, it becomes that's what they poison our brain. You know, the mental part of us, right? So make us want to compete with each other so much, and we keeping back our own people, even our generation. So if we get rid of the competition, we have a big event every year. Now, it's not have a normal big event every year. With the
Mm-hmm.
youth, the elderly who have passed, who have like Wizard and the Jam and all that, and even those know who pop in, you know, if people could get time to showcase their talent, and you have to balance it. You don't have to just make it a crowdy show. No, you balance it. You understand? You have a big event like that, people will come out to support that event instead of the competition. Because at the end of the year, a lot of good music, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Some artists when you hear Soca Monarch and for a Soca semi-finals reach, preliminaries result call out, these songs starting to play. When you hear semi-final come, these songs starting to play and they're already alone. When you hear the final reach, nobody else will get in a play now. And then
True.
you have nice, good songs on them, youths and them that could be playing and you don't hear them. I went to Spain
Uh-huh.
and I in Spain and I hear in song playing in Spain from Grenada that I never hear playing Grenada. So how could that be? Charity begins at home. We have to stop think about I love that artist and that's my favorite artist. And that is me boys and them. I like what he does, move what he does, brag what he does, this. You know, he feel too cool. You know, he too down to earth. You know, stop thinking about that. Stop thinking about it because you don't know, Mandela Links son, our boys' son, our Dash son, they could be the next doctor. They could be the next nurse. They could be the plumber. They could be the man that driving the ambulance. And you know what? Daddy could tell him the story, what he used to go through and all used to fight him. And you know what could happen? You fall sick now. And when he come see you, he say, nah boy, the way you used to treat daddy, so me ain't do nothing for you. You did. You understand?
We become very, very territorial. And like
Yeah.
I see sometimes the big fights and sometimes it's with the fans, eh? Because
Yeah.
when I see you all together, you all having a good time.
Yes.
But you swear that you all on this war path.
Yes. That's true. That's true.
And a lot of it is generated by the fans and has nothing to do with the artists and their relationship.
Exactly.
You know? So it's definitely something to look at. Listen,
Yeah.
we're going to take a little break.
No problem.
When we come back, I want you to tell me a little bit about this new music you've released. We have a short clip on it, so once you introduce it, we're going to talk about it after. Folks,
All
we'll
right.
be right back. You're watching the Wake Up Club. Back soon.
Together with Grown Promotions brings you Legacy. The Starters Edition. Friday, May 24th at the National Stadium Lawn. Grenada. Brace yourselves for dancehall sprints. The Ladies Man. Nike Boy. Live.
One girl when Continental girl takes it from me.
Nike Boy.
Grenada, if you want me, you can have me. I'm coming to celebrate with Genuine Legacy. You don't want to miss this one. Meet me there.
Along with top Grenadian superstars. Regular ticket $60, front stage $250, and more at the door. Ticketmasters, Chucky's Bar, and Grenadian Optical St. George's. Gators Pharmacy Grand Dance, Chai's Bar, Victoria St. Mark, Jimmy Bones Bar, St. Patrick's, St. David's Pharmacy, and Supreme Cut St. Andrews. Gates open at 9 p.m. sharp with an impressive lineup of DJs and MCs. Legacy. The Starters Edition. Friday, 24th May, National Stadium Lawn. Sponsored by Club 007, Premium Auto Car Parts, Rockers Promotions, and Grenada Fast Sprints.
Folk, well. Folk, welcome back to the Wake Up Club. I'm chatting with when I started this program, I said one of my favorite artists was scrap all of that. Okay, from today he's one of my favorite human beings, and that's no other than Mandela Links. Mandela, you've started new music. Tell us a little bit about the clip that we're going to see and your hope for the future.
Well, first of all, the clip that we are going to see, you will be the first person to present it.
Okay.
No one else.
That.
No one else. And that will be released very soon on my album this month called Bloodline.
Okay, tell me about Bloodline. Why Bloodline?
The reason why I choose Bloodline is because it's where I've come from. Without you knowing where you come from, then you don't know where you're going. You understand?
Okay.
So I try to actually, because the first one was Into the Light, right? My first EP was Into the Light, right?
Okay.
So that means a new beginning for me. You know, I'm starting fresh, right? And then I see Bloodline. I want to start fresh, and I am starting fresh. But where am I going if I don't know where I'm from?
Truth.
Yes.
So
that's why. Go ahead.
So
Sorry.
let's take a look at it, and when we come back, we're gonna chat about everything behind the masterpiece.
Yes.
Foot 73, we ready. Welcome to Grenada. We on the streets again. When you hear the big truck pass and the conch shell blow, and all my fans them ready to go. We on the road, taking we load, cause we could afford. Right now we jumping in the streets, waving in the streets, whining in the streets, oh God. Look rocks them in the streets, flags them in the streets, banners in the streets, they in the streets, we jump jumping in the streets, whipping in the streets.
Welcome back, Mandela. All I
Yes,
can
my
tell you is I
brother.
want more. That was a little too short. I want more. So I can't
Yeah.
wait for the official release. You know,
Yes, yes,
I'll be very honest. I know we're in the Spice Mass season,
yeah.
but that made me feel that I'm ready for Spice Mass 2024. Now
Yes,
tell me
thank
about the
you.
concept. Tell me about the lyrics. Tell me about your vision behind this
Wow,
new release.
my skin raising, you know. Let
Uh-huh.
me tell you something. This was one of the first songs that I ever sang.
What?
This was one of the first songs that I ever sang, but I didn't release it in my career. First.
Tell me more.
I had that
Why?
song since 2011, right? This is like the third rhythm has transfer it on. And then this was built by Africans from Cameroon.
Okay.
They work on that project. And the reason why I held back that song for so long is because my vision was different. I always saw that moment of joy with the foreigners coming to my country. The Monday night mass, the traditional mass, you know, people, the job in the streets, all of that. I've always been seeing it. It's been haunting me in my sleep. You understand? These are what people come for. These are the things that they love. Yes, we have the job and all of that, right? Kudos to our job. I love my job music. But I wanted to give them something more. So when they leave here, they don't want to talk about job, but they will say, "Oh my God, our Monday night mass was crazy. Our um traditional mass, the costumes. I wanted to bring something to the table that when they leave, they wouldn't even open them out. They just drop. All when they reach back home, they still thinking about, let me buy the next ticket for Spice Mass next year. You know what I mean? I wanted to captivate them. Even in their sleep, they have to be thinking about Spice Mass. Because I know how hard the people who created the costume does work. And they don't really get any credit. We thought if you go in a pageant and they call out the name of whoever think it, I know how these people work. The people who hit the streets, even the Moko Jumbi, even the Veko, even the Wild Indian, the Shotney, these people work hard, tirelessly over the years and still working hard. But how much of them get recognition? How much of these bands you see get an award at the end of the year? Whether they win or not. For all these years, no one sees it fit to present them with an award and say, hey, thank you for supporting culture over the years.
Truth.
You understand? So I wanted to do something for my culture that could help my culture to go much further, but that could install Grenada, Carriacou, and Peter Matnick in the minds of the people. You understand? In the breeding, right? Every time they think, sometimes they travel to the next place in the world and they say, you know what? That reminds me of Grenada. You understand? They each time will, oh, that reminds me of Grenada. You check? All was supposed to be in the back of the head is Grenada. So they're supposed to tell a friend and tell a friend to tell a friend and just spread the message. So when you hear people coming Grenada, so the country had to lean on one side. So all I wanted is to bring something to the table that I had in my heart for all the years since I started off my music career. And I didn't want it to waste because I don't know what could happen in music. Like Tombstone, I did the same year with Power, but I didn't release it the same year. He released 2 years after.
Okay.
So when people are saying, Mandela one each have Power alone, you don't get in the next hit. They didn't know Tombstone was there. I have over 200 and something songs in studios now. And if you hear me sing dancehall, you're wondering.
Well, I can't wait. Now, let me ask you this. When are we likely to see this release? Because I'm excited about it. I'm sure the viewers start to feel the little, energy for Spice Mass just in watching that video. When are we likely to see it release officially?
Well, officially at the end of this month.
Okay.
The album will be released right? But today, right, we'll make a decision here today. I'll tell you because the album will be released on our platform by the end of the month, right?
Mm-hmm.
But today, I put in the cards on your table now, right?
No, listen, that taste is good enough, you know. Sometimes you don't have to give people everything, a little taste,
Yeah,
whet
I
their
know.
appetite, and let them look forward to it. The end of
Yes,
the month, we're talking 2 weeks, so they can
yes.
wait.
2 weeks, 2 weeks,
They
2
could,
weeks,
they
2
could
weeks.
wait. They could wait. They
Yeah,
could
no.
wait.
What I was saying is,
Mm-hmm.
right? Since I presented on this show, and Junior Jal was one of the first person that I sent a song for a couple years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, because I say, Amazing Colors was so nice, and I know he's trying with the band and things because trying to grow up, and the band start growing. I say, listen to that song, you know. If you ever part in the way I say about Amazing, it's so amazing to see we jumping in unity. That's what him when I
Okay.
think about his band, you know. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, so the EP will be released at the end of the month, right? So all the songs will be on platforms, all right? But since we're here today on the show for the first time, right? I'm on the show for the first time. I put in the cards in your pocket, in your hands, right? For you to choose one date so that I could make the official reels on YouTube and send out to the races and everyone. Your day.
I don't like to just pull thing out of my hat. So let me pray
You
on
would think
it,
about it.
and
Yes.
I will let you. I will let you know.
Yes,
You know.
yes, yes.
Now, Mandela, we leaving the music aside. No, let me ask you this one question before I go. I know your feelings on competition.
Yeah.
Will we ever see you in competition again? And I know we
Ah,
like to say we never say never.
yeah, never say never. I'm not sure. I mean, sometimes they never know. Sometimes I pop up this year again because the amount of people ask me to take part this year. A lot of people asking me, they're begging me because I have, listen, this month alone is 8 songs already seen. I have
Okay.
8 songs that will be out on platforms this month, right?
Okay, great.
A lot of music. I know they're gonna be, but it's an album. Besides the album, I have 3 singles that will come out this month, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I make come back in competition. You never know, It's not really in me now because I've been through so much of pain and so much of hurt in competition, And I know that it's not about me. I fight for the people, the music. If it was about me, Mandela, I don't forget about music already. Don't sing, but I can't stop sing now. I reach too far, and then I go watch how much people are motivating. And I go let down my people. I remember singing in the prison. I went to sing to the prison in the prison, and they had a bench I cannot cross. So I cross and I hugging them guys, and I say, "Yeah, it's not for all you. You understand? They say it's not for dog and cat, but it's not for all you. I could do better. We all make mistake." And I spoke to them and I sang, "My richness is life" in the prison. I sang that song, and a couple months after, Wagiti was having something, and before I went perform, this person just grab me, some come and hug me. I said, "Who are you?" The man said, "Who is me?" He said, "Thank you for changing my life." I said, "What you mean?" Man said, "You came in that prison and you come over the bench and you hug us. You see, and you sang that song, My Richness is Life. You see, I was a thief, I was a criminal, I was a drunkard. You see, I went back into my cell and I cried like a baby. And I thought about everything you said and what the song you sang. You see, today, I go to church every day. I don't drink no more. I don't steal no more because of you. But it wasn't because of me, because of God. Because it's God that gave me all the knowledge. You understand?
Definitely.
So that is
Definitely.
why I may come in competition again because of the people, the fans.
Because there's a message to spread,
Yes, there is.
and there's good music. So definitely I'm hoping you come back. But I understand exactly what you're talking about, that the competition might be hindering
Yes,
the altitude of the music in general. You know.
exactly.
Now, Mandela, I appreciate you coming on this morning. As I said, you were once one of my favorite artists. You're now one of my favorite humans,
Yeah,
because I think sometimes we forget humanity and
true.
how humanity impacts people.
Yes, yes.
And you just shared your story about the prison. You know, I am worried for Grenada
Yeah,
because I do a little blog on my social media that I try to inspire people. I'm not perfect. I am no professional.
yeah,
I am a child of life, and a visitor on this planet, so I err occasionally, but I'm always looking to pick myself up. And a lot of people gravitate to me and reach out to me behind the scenes, either because they're struggling with some issue. And I'm telling you this, God's honor. A couple months ago, within a month, I had 3 people call me thinking about suicide.
Wow.
There are a lot of people dealing with a lot of anxiety. A lot of people are not talking about what they're going through. There are some people that struggling even to put food on the table.
True.
You know, I want you, before we leave, because I know you understand love and you understand humanity, what would you say, or what words of encouragement can you give to people that are struggling with whatever they're struggling with right now?
Well, first I will say, this life that you have is not yours. It's God is the one that lent it to you. And it's just for our time. You understand? So first of all, you have to show the almighty respect. Don't you ever think about committing suicide. Don't you ever think about doing anything that will affect you or the people that love you. We all go through struggles in life. People hate us to the core. People love us like we are idol. Right? But you know what? Without this life, nothing would be possible. The strongest will get the hardest fight. So my grandfather always say, ambition, behavior, and conduct. So no matter what you're going through, no matter what phase you have going through in your life, always hold yourself together. The only person that can build you is you. The only person that can break you is you. So no matter what people say, no matter what people do, no matter what situation you end up in life, it will pass. It will pass. Whether you take your life or you don't take your life, it will pass. So as adults, as human beings, we have to understand that life is phases. Even the moon, it rise, the sun rise, the moon go to phases, full moon, then you get back down small again, then you go back up. You wouldn't be the first one to fall on the ground. You wouldn't be the first one to cannot walk and then have to fight to walk again. You wouldn't be the first one that couldn't even open your mouth first things is bad. There is many of us. I've been through it. I've been through it. I left my country in 2017. I went to England to perform. Right? I didn't have a manager at them time. I didn't get my money. The little money I had was to my kids. I went up there with some money in my pocket. All the money finished. I had to eat chicken skin. The skin from the chicken, I had nothing to eat. I called my wife crying, called my mom crying. Why come here for? Why come here for? Why going through? Well, God bless me with another Grenadian virgin help me out. I dig in trench tall as a telephone post in England to make money to send back home for my children. You understand? So I am not the only person that been through it. Right? You will not be the only person that been through it. You check? But you have to be mindful of this is life. We will experience things, whether we like it or not, whether we are strong enough or not. We should always remember this life is not ours. It belongs to God. Fall on your knees, ask God for strength, ask God for courage, ask Him for the faith so that you can believe in yourself. Ask God to install values into your life. Ask God to teach you the way how to get out of situation. Because too much of times we think about what we want. This is what I want. I want a big house. I want to have a car. I want to be glamorous. I want this. I want that. But what about what God wants for you? Are you so selfish that God give you life and you're thinking about what I want, what you want, and you're not thinking about what God wants? Stop being selfish. Maybe even if you stop being selfish, then things may get better for you. Think about what God wants, and you will see a difference. Trust me, everything will change. in an instant, no matter how bad the situation seems. I've done it. I've got through it. I wanted too much to think for myself. But God has shown me that I'm not brought into this world to be rich. I wanted to be rich. I want to be a millionaire. I asked God for music at 5 years old so that I could help people. I could have keep all my money in my pocket. But you know what? Money come, money goes. You understand? Once you do valuable thing with it, right? God gonna always provide for you.
Amen.
He's gonna
Amen.
always provide.
Listen, I couldn't have said it better. I don't even need to have no wrap-up statements because I can't top that. Okay? In fact, I had to go and replay this to hear that last message because I need it myself and I know you needed to hear it this morning. So, folks, I want to thank Mandela for joining us this morning, for sharing his love, his humanity, okay, his words of wisdom, his encouragement. I want to thank you for tuning into the Wake Up Club. Remember, we're here every Tuesday and Friday on the Ride Along platform. Thank you for viewing and have yourself a terrific Tuesday. Have a good one, folk. Bye.
Many has gone and they not coming back. Many was rich, left everything in the back. But I thank you, Father, for waking me up this morning. Once more with the breath of life. Now the rain could fall or the sun could be shining. Man, it feels so right. One the breath of life they made. I could walk the street, hear the music play. I can feel the heat. I could get up every day. I could be on my way. Lord, I am blessed to say my richness is life. My richness is life. My richness is life. I live in a drinking and fetting like a millionaire. My richness is life. My richness is life. I live in a drinking and fetting like a millionaire. Oh, no money never buy a soul yet. My God, yeah. You keep your cash, I'll keep your breath of life. So enjoy yourself in the mass, but you didn't borrow your life from no man. Forget what they have to say. You don't owe them no explanation for what you do in this land. Time to break away. So forget what man think. Start do your own thing. They might not want to see you strive. You are alive. Put up your hand and sing it out from the top of your voice. My richness is life. My richness is life. My richness is life. I live in a drinking and petting like a millionaire. My richness is life. My richness is life. I live in a drinking and petting like a millionaire. Oh, no money never buy a soul yet. My God, yeah. You keep the cash, I'll keep the breath. I fly high. I've got the greatest gift of all. I
On Sunday, May 26th, we're bringing back the good old days of Calypso in Brooklyn. One delightful evening, Memorial Sunday, an intimate evening of Calypso in Brooklyn. Calypso! Featuring a cast of your favorite Calypsonians and DJs, repping for the Trinis, Natasha Wilson. Alongside a host of Grenadian superstars, headed by the Kingman and Jamo. Also Val Adam, Randy Isaac, and Peter Humphrey. Plus single, Kevin Roger, Andy Limas, The Inspector.
Last day German inside the band, me and a grand and woman.
All hosted by the Independence Monarch, Hercules. It's all taking place at 634 Remsen Avenue, between Church and Avenue A. Showtime 3 p.m. Tickets $40. For tickets and info, call 646-474-1682. An intimate evening of Calypso in Brooklyn. Memorial Sunday. Presented to you by YTM Records.
That is life.
On May 26th, 2024, for the Riders Get Money Bingo. And your chance to take home a whopping $2,000. Don't miss this opportunity to hit it big. Tickets are on sale now at rideby.com. Single ticket, $10. Or increase your chances with 3 tickets for only $20. Hurry, tickets are selling fast. Visit rideby.com to secure yours today. Feel the excitement and win big at the Riders Get Money Bingo. Get your tickets now at rideby.com. Your $2,000 moment is waiting.
Riders Excursion and Tours weekly e-bike rides. Gather your family and friends for an unforgettable ride through stunning landscapes. Book your adventure today at ridersabike.com or call 473-422-1011. Don't miss out. Let's ride.